What an annoying little mini to build! Ah! Can't even hold it. So the arms have no like preset way in how they need to be attached. That's what makes this all, like there's no little groove that these arms fall into. So you can kind of position them however. I don't think they're really going to be blocking anything regardless of how you put them in, but it does get a little bit confusing. Yeah, you can probably set them up however you like. Okay, let's give it a shot. Nice little bubble. Although this may actually have a set way. Because looking at the box art, there's a little cable that connects them, which is kind of nuts. Don't know if that's ever going to fit. Oh, sick. This one's already breaking off. Love to see that. Don't touch it! I need to touch this one because it's already sliding. So there is this thing that connects these two arms as well as like everything else over here. I wonder if I'm gonna add that. Maybe I will. But that does seem like a giant pain in the ass because it's not necessarily going to fit perfectly. We'll have to see. I may actually decide not to. I think what my best course of action is, though, is to leave it to dry fully like this. And then we'll get back to it tomorrow. I'll like finish gluing this whole thing down tomorrow. Of course, it's going to fit perfectly. It's all Slaanesh's design. That's true, of course. I'm a little, it doesn't have like a custom base. I would like to have some sort of custom thing on it if there is, like maybe it's not really necessary, but I wouldn't mind it if it had like some sort of scenic base. What would be like a nice scenic base for Slaanesh though? Is there really anything we can do? Yeah, you can definitely make your own bases, but I don't really have any, I don't have any of that, chat. Thank you for your input, though. I don't think any of those things are going to work. Yeah, so it's going to sit down like that. We can decide tomorrow. Kind of looks like she's giving you the finger, but it's the reverse finger. Very cool looking mini though. I feel like if we don't do the little dingle dangles that go across, in front of her chest, it's still going to look really sick. Yeah, super cool mini. Especially with a long loincloth. So there's 2 loincloths. And they say the size of the loincloth doesn't matter, but there's this one right over here. This is a loincloth. And then there's this one right over here. So we have 13 and we have 25. We're supposed to use the small loincloth. But I'm gonna try and see if the long one would fit, you know? I always wanted to have a long loincloth, ever since I was a little boy. I'm assuming this would fit. That is long. That's like dingle dangling all the way. Like she could literally not walk without the loincloth touching the floor. Which is funny because that's also a problem I run into, dude. Gotta really tuck it away. Anyway, anyways. We'll put her away for there, or over there for now. We are not blow drying, we're not using the airbrush, we're not even using the paint vibrator. Today, we are continuing building the Slaanesh miniature. I got started building Dexcessa yesterday. We just have to do a couple more things before she's done. Yeah, I think one of the things I would like to go ahead and do is goop a little bit of texture paint all over the base. So when we like glue her on later, we're at the very least gonna have a nice textured base. So that's what we're gonna start off with today. Let me see, because that takes a moment to dry. Where is my tech? Oh, I found it. Yes, my little tub. And then also my little stirring stick thingamajig. Very nice. Will I get a bonus when I hit 5 years? I think it's probably easiest if I just do this right now so we can get a nice clean base. I don't need to do a ton of it, but just a little bit will be nice. Gonna use a little bit of this. Oh snap, I wasn't wearing my headphones. I didn't hear the notification. Thank you very much, Babine, for the 56 months. Long time. Very nice. Lowko and Slaanesh, 2 of my favorite things in one frame. Big day, dude. Can I create like a little bit of a clean base like this? If I use a bit of tape, can I like stick it around so I can try to not get it too much on the sides? Because I always make the sides dirty. I think if I kind of tape it, I mean, it doesn't have to be great, but if I tape it a little bit, we can probably get a bit of a cleaner looking rim around the outside. Just a little bit. Is this a waifu miniature? It's basically a waifu miniature. I mean, Slaanesh is the god of excess in everything. I don't know if this really counts as a waifu miniature, but okay. Not the best job, but just trying to keep the rim around the outside reasonably clean. I'm gonna use a little bit of the muddy ground diorama paint. So she's gonna stand over here somewhere. We should be good. Pretty shoddy rim job, Lowko. Yeah. It was a rushed one, Bavaric. But it's also a temporary one. It's got a Muktovus.
I think that you should know that 64 is an even composite number. It is composed
I'm not wearing my
of a
headphones.
single prime number multiplied by itself 5 times. Just like when Luigi had to unclog Mario's pipe.
Whoa, buddy, whoa. Okay, well the first thing I hear about is Mario's pipe being clogged. I mean, to be fair, he is a plumber. So I guess he can solve those sort of things by himself. Not exactly sure, but thank you very much for the resubscription. Those sort of things happen, you know? I thought you were just explaining what the number 64 meant to you, but apparently not entirely the case. I thought maybe it just meant a lot. So this is gonna take a little bit to dry. I don't know if it's gonna, like, I don't know how long it's gonna take me to finish the rest of the miniature, you know? Like, maybe the base is only gonna take me, like, maybe I'm only gonna be able to give this, like, 20 minutes to dry. No, I don't know how long it's gonna be until I finish painting the whole, or building, rather, the whole thing. So I figured we'll start with this, and if it's not dry, I will glue the miniature onto the base off stream. But it should be okay. This stuff is pretty neat. Just creates a little bit of texture on the base. What day is today? Is today Tuesday? Tuesday, yeah. Gotta cast some StarCraft 2 today as well. I actually have some 2 versus 2 replays that I want to have a look at. And one of them is featuring Cyril. Cyril playing 2v2? Ay, ay, ay. That should be kind of fun. Why am I smearing poo all over the base? It's what I like to do. So this is basically, it's like sand mixed with paint and then mixed at the same time too with glue. I know. A match made in heaven. The idea though is that this is going to dry and then we get ourselves a nice little textured base. So I can use this to just have a little bit of like a more interesting floor for the miniature to stand on. I'm actually just gonna rinse the little tool here for a second. Lucky for me, I have a microphone that I can, you know, use to bring you guys with me. How fun is that? We can go on a little adventure together. I think it keeps working. I don't want this to dry up. Okay. There we go. Shower stream when, Lowko? No. Have I ever played Dyson Sphere Program? I have played a lot of Dyson Sphere Program. Excellent game, yes. I'm gonna move this out of the way, so we'll just let it dry. And then I'll use it in a bit. Okay, so let us have a little peek. Where were we? I was on this step right over here. So I glued on 2 of her arms. They were a little bit finicky, but the arms have been glued on successfully. That's nice. I have 2 more arms, because of course. What is more than having 2, you know, what's better than having 2 arms? Let's be real. Everybody knows that 3 arm is vastly superior. How many arms do you have? Cringe, only 2? All right, buddy. You only have 2? Lol. You have 2 only? This is her metal hand, I think. You know, like she's a big fan of metal concerts. Do I have 3 arms? I wish. Maybe if I had 3 hands, I would finally be good at StarCraft. Lowko has 3 legs though? Absolutely, yeah. That's true. Am I arm shaming? I mean, I never told you I was armless. You have a work meeting in 30 minutes? Oh no. You have a work meeting about career mobility? Oh no. A double yikers. They don't want you anymore, man. They don't want to have you there anymore, Brusik. What did you do? What did you do? Okay. The only problem with me living, or you living in the US, is that my stream starts at 4 a.m. That is true. Are you saying that in a few weeks' time, we're not gonna be in your presence anymore at the beginning of every stream? Oh no. Do you think Twitch chat can handle that? Oh, you need me to push my stream back. Oh, so I need to, okay. I was thinking maybe you could adjust your schedule, but you're saying I need to change okay. We have a new streaming tier. Tier 3 subs are nice and all. We now have a tier 12 sub. You get to dictate my stream schedules. We need to keep pushing it one step further, you know? Go ahead and adjust your schedule, Lowko. Appreciate it. Something about early words getting the worms or something. I don't know, dude. You just have to start waking up at 4 a.m. to watch live streams. Isn't that the way to do it? Gotta set your alarm to watch the stream. What's up, Pool J? If I just stream 24/7, that's a good point. If I just stream 24/7, we would never have any of these problems. Hey, Dylan.
I would like the stream to start a bit earlier, please. Thank you.
Well, that sucks. To be fair, Dylan has probably been up since like 4 a.m. At least I have friends that have kids and stuff, and this seems to be the general, you know, rule. People that have kids just wake up at ungodly hours. When the world is still asleep, people with children are already going to town, dude. I don't know what they're up to. That is what they like. Thank you very much. Welcome back for the 40th month. Woo, long time. People with cats that have zoomies. I guess that's also a good point. Whoa, your eldest now wants to sleep in on the weekends? That's insane, dude. But you have another kid, right? So it doesn't really benefit you, does it? I don't know. I don't know what it's like to have kids. In my mind, it would only work if both of them wanted to sleep in. They're digging a hole in your kitchen? And a bathroom to replace a damaged sewer system? The heck? They worked while you were sleeping? Do you just have a weird sleep schedule, Pool J? Or do they start at ridiculous hours where you live? That sounds pretty wild. Oh, okay. I see. The baby wants to drink milk? How inconsiderate of the baby. To not want to sleep in any later than that. Okay, I didn't know how old they were. Fair enough. You work night shifts? I see. Lowko, are you one of the biggest StarCraft 2 YouTubers, or do I have a very picky algorithm? I do have the most YouTube subs out of all the StarCraft YouTubers, that's true. But you also have a very refined taste. Very gentlemanly. Anybody that watches my content, you know? Very refined. Very demure. Subscriber numbers are not really that relevant though. I used to put a lot of value onto subscriber numbers, but it doesn't seem to make much of a difference. Kinda cool, eh? I like all the gang symbols that she's throwing. No. The thing about YouTube though, like subscribing is really nice. And it's good to see the number go up because it's like motivational and stuff. But I'm pretty sure it doesn't really reflect much in viewer counts. Because most people just watch videos that YouTube suggests rather than like ones that, you know, are on their subscriptions tab, I think. I'm not 100% sure. I would love to reach 1 million subs one day, but I don't know if that's ever going to happen. The thing is, so I used to be more focused on subscriber numbers and all that, but ultimately it's really kind of shitty to be very focused on things you don't control. So I purposely make an effort to not really focus on those sorts of things too much, because like I don't really control viewer numbers, I don't really control subscriber numbers, I don't control Twitch subs. I don't, like, you know, there's a lot of stuff that you cannot really control much as a content creator. And if you focus on it and you're growing, then it's awesome, right? Like if things are going well and you focus on it, then every month you're like, whoa, look at this, it's better than last month, right? It's pretty great. But if you focus on it too much, you just kind of set yourself up for disappointment, because ultimately I have no effect in how many of you subscribe to my stream or how many people decide to, like, you know, watch videos or content or whatever, right? Like it's just not something within my control. So it's really easy to focus on those metrics. Because number go up, number is good, but generally I find that the more I focus on it, the less I like doing it. So we're focusing less on it these days. I got very philosophical with you right away. Early stream, just like that. We're already talking mindset, expectations, disappointments, how to deal with failure. Ay, ay, ay. No, I've never wanted to give up. I love making content, dude. I like to believe that I would still make content even if none of you are here. This is technically the wrong loincloth. We're supposed to use the short loincloth. Is there a, excuse me, is there a reason to use the short loincloth over the long one? I can show you guys the difference. They say it's not the length of the loincloth that matters, but I'm not sure if that's true. I'm pretty sure they're identical. Like the connecting piece. The one is just way longer. Shorter is better, Lowko? Yeah? Is that what you heard? Huh. I like the way the long one looks. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. I was gonna keep this separate, but I don't think I want to anymore. We can paint this with a brush pretty easy later on. So, yeah. That's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna glue the shit on. We are going for the long one though. No, I like streaming a lot, man. It's great. Ooh, careful, Lowko. Don't break the loincloth. We need maximum amount of loinage. Glue everything and think about it later? Yeah, dude. That's how I like to live my life, Masscaller. I like to clean up after the problems that past Lowko has created for myself. No, you have to assemble every single one of these things. All of them need to be assembled. Assembling is part of the work. It's pretty great though, it's fun. So we get little instructions as to how we build them. Painting takes up the vast majority of my time, but the building is definitely a thing. So this part I'm a little bit concerned for, number 22. Mostly because it depends on the positioning of the two hands. I don't know if you can see that. You see the two bottom arms? Those I could freely move around. And they are fully set and dry now, so I gotta try and see, maybe I need to bend it some or I will just leave the piece. Not exactly sure. We'll give it a shot. I think it'll fit. But if it doesn't fit, we'll just kind of leave the belly exposed. I kind of like the way it looks, to be honest, without like the crotch protector. What's up, Diaboli? No Discord ping today. What? Did we not get a Discord ping about my stream announcement? Whoa! Okay, I'm gonna manually write it. At everyone, Lowko bot is sleeping on the job. He's fired. Also, I'm live on Twitch. Come say hello. There we go. Thank you for letting me know. Did your ping go off? Did you get the ping? Number 22. That's this right over here. You can't be awake any longer? Have a good one. Okay. Okay, do you reckon this is going to fit? That's my big question. So this has to go right over here. And as I was concerned, as I was already worried for, this doesn't really fit. I mean, I can kind of force it to fit. Chat, no! It fits perfectly on the other side, though. Chat, no! So look, it fits perfectly on that arm, but it does not quite fit on the other arm. So I did not quite glue this other arm at the right angle. Couple different options. Either we could trim down this piece for the rule of cool and just go with what I think looks nice. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna break this piece. I'm gonna break it. I've never done this before though. I've never actually like taken a piece and then adjusted it to my liking. If I mess it up, I'm not gonna be able to go back. Are we gonna do it? Yeah, I think so. We'll do a little bit of customization. This feels cursed. Oh, I did it. It's only slightly sketchy. Customization is surely illegal. Surely. I'm a criminal. So we could fit it like this. I could also, I kind of like this kind of covers the tummy, you know? Dude, she's been like working out for those abs. Do we really want to cover it up? I don't think I am. Okay. I say she. The name Dexcessa is quite feminine, I guess, but the entire miniature? I'm not so sure if it's feminine. It has a little bit of a feminine name, but calling it a it is also kind of mean. Before you know it, I'm gonna get canceled on Twitter. Actually, not anymore on Twitter. No, no. You can say crazy shit on Twitter these days. People used to get canceled over, you know, relatively pointless things on Twitter, but no more. You miss the old Kanye? I heard he got suspended for a couple moments, huh? Crazy shit, dude. Okay. Okay. This is kind of cool. A little bit of customization. This is like a belt buckle now. It doesn't stick particularly well over here. Hold up. I'm actually thinking about shortening some of this anyway. Let me see. No, I don't have a schedule for painting this mini. Or like a particular plan. I mean, I wrote myself a bit of a plan, but I'm not following like a painting guide for this one. Yeah, we're doing a little bit of customizing on this one. That's kind of cool, actually. Now mine is going to be different than other people's. Although I feel like this is a very common customization to do, because I'm probably not the only one to mess up the arms positioning. But I like the arms positioning, so. Okay. I do need to add the little gem here as well to the top of her stomach thingamajig, whatever it's called, which is extremely small. So that's a bit of an issue. I can also add one of the gems to it, I guess, which I could take from over here. Would that be insane? If I add one of the gems from this part onto the top of her stomach? Because there are a bunch of gems that are all over these little cables I just snipped off. Let's give it a shot, I guess. May as well. Yeah. Henceforth, no miniature shall remain uncustomized. I'm just destroying the miniatures model, you know? That's all I'm doing. If this is so wrong, then why does it feel so good? Just how in the world do I shave some of this off though? This is so extremely small. Hold up, I have Laurent's eyebrow tweezers right over here. Don't tell her. I think this might be the easiest way to hold it. Trying to smooth it down a little bit. Looks exactly like yours. Okay, so now I just have to glue this on. Right over here. I feel like I can do a better job though. Sanding this down. Yeah, some of the smaller files can be useful. I have some small files over here. Well, this is a gem that we have over here. I should probably get different tweezers, to be honest. These tweezers are not very good for holding. They're meant for like plucking and stuff, right? It actually has a backside too over here. That one looks a little bit tidier. I could also just clip that entire little bubble off. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. We have a couple backup bubbles too if I don't like it. Okay. Now I just need to be able to glue it on. So this has to go right over there. I'm gonna try and hold it over here. Dip a tiny bit of glue on the back of the thingy, as well as on the belly. So we gotta try and get it in position. Let's use my big fat thumb instead. Okay. looks like it's supposed to be like that, right? Looks cool to me. This kind of looks like it's supposed to be like that. Yeah. She's dancing. All right. Next up, we gotta do the face. It's number 23 on top of number 24. So there's two faces actually that this miniature has. One of them for Dexcessa and another one for whatever the sister's name is. What time is it over here? It is currently 1 p.m. over here. Welcome, welcome. I had a pretty early start time today. 7 a.m. where you're at. Cool, cool, cool. Some of you guys don't live in the Netherlands? What? What? That's crazy. Okay. 23. And then 24 is right over here. So we gotta glue these two together, these two parts, and then get them onto the rest of the face, or the neck. Sadly, it seems like the smooth edge of a lot of this is... a lot of the connecting points are on the horns. Also, it seems to have way too many connecting bits over here. Ay, ay, ay. So many! Okay. So those two are supposed to go like this, I think. Yes, on top of one another. And then we glue them onto the face, but this is gonna take a little bit of cleaning up. Oh, she actually has a head. I didn't even realize she actually has a face. She has a little bit of a face. Crazy. I don't like it when they have a lot of these connecting points in like smooth areas. The worst is when you have to like clip out a sword and like one of the connecting points of the sword is on like the sharp blade. It's very difficult to get a very smooth edge. I don't know why they do it like that. There's no reason to have 17 little sprue attachments for these horns. Yeah, we can use sandpaper, obviously. We can smooth it down, but you're always gonna remove material, right? It's never gonna look as good. You're a work worker? A work worker. Very nice. It's for balancing the injection process. Without it, the pressure is uneven, which could make bubbles. Right. Some of the parts though come out in like some of the sprue come out in very large parts. And you only need to clip them out in like 1 or 2 spots, and then other parts are just... Older models had like, really? Like old model Warhammer models actually had bubbles on the sprue? That's... Okay, that would be worse. You try to... I'm assuming that didn't manually check everything, right? So sometimes you would just buy one with bubbles. Well, obviously this is meant for mass production, right? And ultimately customers will complain, but they will still buy anyway. Really? You could send them back and you get new ones? Yeah, but that's still worse though, because you like sit down for a project and then you find out you gotta send it back and you need to wait weeks, I guess, before anything gets, you know, properly processed. That is not very fun. And again, the resin models are also real expensive. So you do want them to be nice. It's even worse if you prime them and you find the bubble at that point. Well, if you've already primed it, I guess you can't send it back. I guess in general, if you've already built it, it's kind of annoying. Or do you like get the whole set back? I guess they wouldn't just send you a piece. They would just send you the whole thing. Like you just had to exchange the whole thing. Maybe that's one of the reasons why the resin kits are also so expensive. You have to calculate in the mistakes like that. You miss doing car models? Oh. Well, you can always start doing them again. One day. I feel like model building is one of those things, like if you enjoyed it at some point, you can always get back into it again at a later point in life. I can imagine that if you have, you know, a lot of different things going on, it's one of the first things to go, but you can always pick it back up at a later time. Nah, dude, it's nothing to do with age. Can't really care too much about what other people think. I mean, you can, but it's kind of a waste. Like some people play League of Legends for fun, you know? Like that's cringe. That's cringe. Wait, no. Like a grown man playing video games? That's cringe. Like go to a bar and get angry about the Super Bowl or something, you know? Like be an adult. Nah, if you want to do something, but the reason you're not doing it is because you're afraid of what other people say or think, like you should gotta make some decisions at some point. Okay. It's not perfect, but I think it'll be good enough. So this is the part that we will actually see. And this all looks very smooth. Luckily for us, they did put all of the connecting bits mostly on the back, so they have thought about where to put the injections. My team is better than your team. That's what sport teams sound like to me. Did you see my team play better than your team? My favorite part is when people say us. As if they have any input on what the sports team does. Okay, you're allowed to like sports, don't get me wrong. But if I want to make model trains, I'm going to make model trains. I mean, model trains are cringe, but still. Some people get really into it though, like conventional sports. They get really into it. Yo, Caston! Thank you so much, man. Welcome back. Hope you're well. Thank you for the support. Do I have a color scheme for this model in mind? Yeah, I'm gonna go a little bit different. So I was looking at videos that people made for this particular miniature, and there are basically none. So this is the first miniature where I'm actually gonna mostly wing it. I'm not gonna go with the box art so much, although I still wanna, you know, kind of draw some inspiration from it and stuff. But we're gonna try and like come up with some nice things ourselves. If it doesn't look good, worst case scenario, it'll be a bad miniature, right? But I feel like after painting for a year, I'm ready. Maybe I'm not, we'll see. What's up, Matt? Good morning.